engaged for about 6 months.
I am the Prince Charming that Gypsy's been waiting for her whole life.
Why now? Why rush?
When she gets in the real world, she don't know what it's like yet.
But wouldn't you prefer have somebody to lean on?
I'm just worried it'll end in divorce.
I revealed to Ryan that I called my ex-fiance.
There is that part of me that still has love for him.
We're getting married in like 12 days.
There's a lot of emotions going on where I'm like, are we still getting married?
This wedding is a big step for me in my life because getting married is something that my mom told me I'll never be able to do that. For me, it seemed like it was a distant dream. Considering what my mother said and the voodoo hex that she put on me. I'm sitting here today and I've got all these thoughts going on in my head. Should I? Shouldn't I? Can I really do this? I feel guilty because I feel like I shouldn't be happy. It's like I'm undeserving of happiness.
This is all Gypsy's. Gypsy called me and she just said, basically, I don't know if I'm ready.
This is adding more stress. It's unneeded for her. I mean, if she's not ready, maybe they need to just wait,
If they would call it off, I wouldn't be sad. It's a serious thing, and she has a lot of growth and learning to do. We don't know what her triggers are going to be when she gets out. We don't know.
She knows the childhood trauma she faced. I'm hoping when Gypsy gets out, therapy does give her that ability to move on, to accept what happened to her, and to grow from it. She needs to know that she can live a normal life.
It wasn't easy for Ryan to break down my walls. I threw everything at him to the point that it was almost cruel.
Gypsy can say some hardcore stuff when she wants to. She's got a bite and she can get jealous, and she likes to make me jealous on occasion because there are people who want to be with Gypsy, and she gets letters and emails.
I have said, I don't think that you are enough. I might want more. I might want freedom to date around. I would tell him things that I knew would hurt him because I was trying to push him away. I think I have a tendency to fight off the pain with a shield that I put up, and it's about taking that shield down and allowing myself to realize you have been through a lot and you need an outside source to help you heal.
Hi, Gypsy.
Hello.
How are you doing right now?
I'm doing good. I'm excited, but I've been thinking, am I really ready to get married? Am I really ready to commit my whole life to one person?
What kind of obstacles or problems do you perceive that you guys could face together?
I definitely feel like when something changes out of my normal routine, I freak out. I cry and I shut down, and I just don't want to talk or letting anyone in. So I think dealing with certain triggers for me is going to be an obstacle. I've been in a relationship with Ryan for about 2 years. It has not been an easy relationship, and that's mostly on me. And I think that only added more trust issues to my problem. Ryan help.
Many seriously traumatized victims will blame themselves for a lot of different things that occur in relationships they have. You have concerns, certainly that you live such a sheltered and controlled life of abuse, neglect. You met Nick, who had mental illness and a history of criminality, and just like your mother did. And now you're in another relationship and you still haven't lived in the real world yet. Do you have any fears or concerns like that?
Honestly, the one thing that I think is my main coping, and it might be a little codependent, I'm not gonna lie, is talking to Ryan. Having that reassurance is what keeps me going.
What do you think about Gypsy and Ryan in their relationship?
I'm concerned that she perhaps jumped into this relationship, and I don't know much about Ryan, but I find that their relationship is not completely real world based yet, and they don't have the real world life struggles. So I don't want to be a naysayer, but I have a grim outlook as to whether this would succeed long term.
When I see girls in here with me, it has so much real world experience, whereas I haven't. Right now, because I'm locked up, I can't be physically intimate with Ryan. I am able to give him a hug. I'm able to give him a small peck on the lips, but we are not able to be intimate with each other. There's no conjugal visits at my facility. And so even when Ryan and I get married, it will be just like a little peck of a kiss.
It is hard not having that physical relationship with your fiance. I mean, it's hard not to hold them and love on them.
I know I love Ryan, but there's times that I kind of wonder, am I going to feel fulfilled without having done the whole dating scene outside of prison? Lately, my past loves have, in a sense, haunted me.
You can ask Ryan. I have always had a difficulty letting go of my ex-fiance, Ken.
We were so connected at one time that I felt like he was a soulmate. And I think it started to wear on Ken, the amount of time that I had to do in prison and the stress of who I am as Gypsy Blanchard. And I don't think that he knew how to deal with the popularity and the quote-unquote fame of that. So 3 years ago, he ended the relationship. It was devastating to me.
This call is from a correctional facility. You may start the conversation now.
Hey, honey.
Hey, baby.
I just woke up not long ago, so my brain's a little foggy right now. Listen, I do my best to be honest with you. I do my best to tell you how I'm feeling in any given moment. I wanted to do the right thing and be upfront with you because I had a dream about my ex, and in that dream, I left you for my ex.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I mean, yeah, it was just a dream, but,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that there is that part of me that still has love for him.
like, I don't have anything to say right now. We're getting married in like 12 days. I thought that you were done feeling this way.
What gave you that impression?
Because we're getting married in like 12 days. That's what gave me that impression. That's what gave me that impression. I mean, damn. When was the last time you talked to him? Answer the question.
3 weeks.
Didn't I see you 3 weeks ago? I asked you, when's the last time you talked to him? Oh, it's been so long. Months. What makes you a liar, too?
The caller has hung up.
I revealed to Ryan that I had a conversation with my ex-fiance about 3 weeks ago. And that conversation started a fight.
It hurt because it's one of those where, like, she keeps telling me, well, I've put that behind me. And I think now that the wedding's coming up, it's one of those things where it's like, do I worry that she'll leave me for him? Do I think she's lying to me? Always my thing with Gypsy was, I don't want you to settle. You know, like, if I'm not who you really want to be with, then do not be with me. So when she's telling me all this, I do feel second fiddle.
When Ryan and I have an argument, I always try and call him back. And in that moment of waiting, oh my God, it's excruciating for me. But he picked up the phone to my surprise. And the way that I felt was just like relief.
This is a prepaid collect call from...
Hey, it's Gypsy.
Do you still want to marry me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not changing my mind.
You're not?
No? No, I'm not.
Sounds like you're about to break down and cry.
Just an emotion.
Well, why don't you call Ken? Tell him how you feel. Try to work it out.
No. I don't want to work it out. He wants someone else, and I'll never be some blonde, fake-ass, pretty-ass bimbo that he's interested in. We're not going to stay in touch with each other anymore.
I made that choice to no longer communicate with Ken anymore. Too much trust has been broken between Ken and I for me to ever truly have that relationship back. There's no point in keeping my head in the rearview mirror. So I said, yes, I did lie to you. I omitted the truth. But I want to go into this marriage with no regrets. I want to go into this marriage knowing that I wiped the slate clean of any omissions, lies, anything.
I just need to know that if some bitch calls you and says, hey, me and this blonde bimbo didn't work out, let's get back together, you're not going to say, F it. I deserve to be happy.
I'm not, and I get that you don't understand how I feel. And I don't expect you to. I have said what I needed to say and did what I needed to do to move on with my life.
But I just want to know that I'm chosen over him.
Well, clearly, because I'm marrying you. And I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure that I was ready before I followed through with marrying you. And now I'm ready.
Okay.
We done fighting?
If that last statement was 100% true, Gypsy, if it's not in the back of your head any f***ing more.
No, it's not.
I mean, I swear to God, Gypsy.
No. I love you.
I love you.
She told me that that was her final goodbye. And of course, I'm like, yeah, but you said that before. So do I worry? Yes, but at the same time, I don't. It's hard to explain because I trust her. You know, it might take her a week to tell me, but she'll tell me. I think Gypsy uses tests like that, conversation with Ken, to make sure that I'm gonna stay around, because she is scared that people will, that I will abandon her.
At the end of the day, I'm a murderer, and that's just the harsh reality of it. And I always feel like the reality of who I am and the gravity of what he got himself into, he might run. Because it's happened before with other exes, they ran. Maybe to some degree I'm waiting for him to run still.
Gypsy has a severe history of abuse and abandonment in relationships, which all goes back to Gypsy's early childhood with her mother. And she's certainly at risk to be living on bated breath in each relationship.
Her whole life, people have failed her, and her previous fiance did, for no reason, in her eyes. But I tell her all the time, I'm glad he did, because it led her to me, led her to the one she was supposed to be with. And now she knows that I'm not going anywhere.
Rod and I met Ryan recently. Ryan's demeanor was very pleasant, real sweet, good manners, and it makes me happy that she has somebody she could turn to. But I said, Gypsy, I'll support what you want to do, but please don't get married. Learn his habits, learn, everything there is, just like he would need to learn with you. Walk out as a single woman or dating Ryan. Don't walk out married.
She don't know what it's like to live in the real world yet. She doesn't know what it's like to live with a man. And I'm just worried it'll end in divorce. I don't want to make her feel like, I don't support her or that she's still being controlled. But I never met him. You're gonna worry about if this person has the right intentions, if they can really give her what she needs. So I told Gypsy, I'm gonna have to find out for myself. I'm a tough one to please. And she knows that.
Today I'm meeting Mia. Am I nervous? I am, because that's another in-law that I'll be meeting. But at the same time, I look forward to meeting her.
We'll see if I like him or not.
I think it's important that Ryan meet Mia, because I come to her with questions about relationships and life, and she gives me this, great advice. Mia is 21 and I am 31. But sometimes I kind of feel like she's the older sister. Even though I'm the older sister, she's had far more life experience than me.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up, Christy? Doing all right?
Doing good.
It's nice to see you again.
You too. How was your day?
Long, but I'm Ryan.
Hi, I'm Mia.
Nice to meet you. You doing all right?
Yeah. You absolutely have to make sure that the person that, your sibling is with is worth it. What made you want to talk to her? How did that happen?
I saw her story 3 years ago, and I remember thinking, she's cute. She's cute. And so I started writing my letter right then.
Fanboying, huh?
Well, at that point, I guess I was.
I know y'all heard so many opinions already, and I know how annoying it could be. I'm just worried that, when she gets in the real world, she don't know what it's like yet.
But wouldn't you prefer have somebody to lean on? When times get tough, instead of just...
Yeah, but she has us. And don't mean that
But you know what I mean? But,
right,
you're not gonna be here day to day.
No, I get that.
Well, we have something special, and I understand your apprehension. I get it. But, I don't see anything that would prevent her from living a normal life. I really don't.
I don't think it...
Her life will never be normal. I'm convinced her life will never be normal.
Why
Ain't
not?
no way. The amount of people that know about her, it's not just some small little case.
Some people are seeing money signs. and will
Some people
die to get a story. My concern is like when she gets out, how crazy it's gonna be.
Right.
I hate to bring up the last one that said that, and when it got hard,
He bonked out.
he later, you know, I'm praying that this marriage works, but I'm also scared that it will be too much for him to handle. Because this has happened before, you know, with Ken. And that is what I'm scared of when he says, I didn't sign up for this.
Gypsy loves the fact that I do not care what people say about me. I don't care. Like, I'm
Rod's the
like,
same way.
this is my life. You don't affect me. Like, I don't care. You can say whatever about me all you want. I know the truth. I've sacrificed a lot to be with Gypsy. I had an experience, my last teaching job. They found out that I was in a relationship with Gypsy Rose, and they asked me to resign because of it. It was a Christian organization, and they felt that I was affecting the safety of the kids for being with Gypsy. I'm in a better job now. But it was so ludicrous and so crazy. It broke my heart because I love the school and I love the kids. I'm still here, and like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, that girl's put me through some things, but I love your sister more than anything. Like, that's my heart. So am I concerned that it might not work? Yeah, I mean, that's with anything.
That's every
But
relationship.
I'm willing to take that chance because she is so worth it. You know, she's worth any of that hard work. Honestly, I never expected to be with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I tell people and they don't believe me. It is outstanding and extraordinary. We've been through a lot of hills and valleys, but me and Gypsy can do anything.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
Do you know if you could have kids?
I've thought about that, but I don't see why my swimmers wouldn't swim.
I told you she's blunt.
Yeah.
Just don't want her first marriage, her probably only marriage, to end up in divorce. You know, nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
But I'm glad. You know, it was nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
I'm not as worried as I was before, but obviously I'm still gonna be.
That's your sister.
You heard her, she's
Absolutely.
kicking your ass, you know.
I don't expect anything different.
Ryan said that the meeting with Mia went, okay. I believe the first thing he said was, your sister's quite a little firecracker, isn't she?
Ryan made me feel at ease. You know, he wasn't afraid to stick up for himself, and he always had a reply. But I don't think they should be making that decision to get married now. And I'm not gonna keep her from doing anything. I want her to live. But she has a whole life to experience, a whole life to live.
He seems really nice, but I still have my doubts about, does she have to get married?
There's so many people with so many different opinions, and it's been a little bit exhausting. My dad, he's always been one to support me for whatever I wanted to do. He would give me that honesty if he truly felt like I was making a decision that I shouldn't be. So if he tells me, sweetie, I don't think you should do it, I think you should wait, I will do that.
Recall from. Hey, it's Gypsy. An offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I think it's deserved of everything, all just collectively piling on me. But once I talked to Ryan on the phone, like those nerves just go away, and I remember why I'm doing this now.
Yeah, that's good.
You know.
Yeah, it's good that he makes you feel that way.
Gypsy was really concerned about my opinion on this engagement with Ryan.
My father has had very little opportunities to give me guidance through my life. It really was important for me to know where he stood on it and he was supportive of it. But I was feeling nervous, just kind of how Ryan would be received.
Gypsy, I like Ryan. He seems pretty genuine. So if you really love each other, it's gonna work out and y'all gonna make it. You have to be in love with him, you know. I wasn't in love with your mom. Wish I would have, but I mean, you can't force that. And it's not always gonna be easy. Just be strong for him when he's weak, and he needs to be strong for you.
Right now, I just want her to be happy, you know. That's all I really care about. I like that she has something to make her happy, something to keep her going forward.
He's telling me, you know, you have my blessing to make those choices for yourself. And it meant everything to me to have his blessing.
The best thing that came out of that phone call with Rod is the wedding went on full blast. Like, it is on, we are not stopping. Like, we are getting married. It is July 20th, 2022. I get married tomorrow. I am in Chillicothe right now, on my way to get some cupcakes for our Friday visit. I'm excited. Can't be too much. It's a prison, so it's got to be simple, but I am trying to make this day as special as I possibly can for Gypsy. Hey, I'm Ryan. I'll order some cupcakes.
Absolutely. Welcome in. Let me go grab those really quick, okay?
Not a problem.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Oh, my
What
goodness.
are we thinking here?
That is awesome. Good. At the ceremony, she has to wear khakis. It's sad they don't let her wear a dress. When they say you may kiss the bride, me and Gypsy are going to kiss, and it is going to be special, but it's going to be a prison kiss. I can just kiss her for a second.
I can take us right across the front?
Just like two here.
Okay.
That way they can cut into it.
Okay.
Ryan and I are choosing to have our wedding be just us two right now. But we plan to have a ceremony post-prison where I can wear the wedding dress and I can have the big fancy cake and I can have all of our friends and family there.
Gypsy does want her dad to walk her down the aisle. I plan on giving her that white dress moment because Gypsy deserves that.
I'm gonna stir this.
Put some vanilla in there.
No, I'm not putting vanilla in there. They already have some.
Or some rum sauce. No, vanilla's good. Put the vanilla.
We're gonna have a problem. I wish I could be there. At one point, they were allowed to have each two witnesses, but with COVID, I think things have changed. And maybe they haven't. I didn't ask her.
I wish I could have been part of that a little bit, but when they get out, we'll do something different.
As long as she's happy and he treats her good, that's what matters to me.
Man, these are our first pictures. Look at this. This is our funny picture. We took the first visit. You can see that, like, we're not touching, you know, we're still nervous. That's probably my favorite from the first visit right there. This is our second visit. You see how we kind of get closer, and especially here. Now we're a couple. We are officially together at this moment. As I look at all these pictures, I'm rushed with a lot of emotion. It's crazy that we have so many pictures together because this is my 7th visit. So, you know, now getting closer to the wedding, I'm getting nervous only because I haven't heard from her. Usually I hear from her like clockwork. So there's a lot of emotions going on where I'm like, okay, what's going on? Are we still getting married? Gypsy has had cold feet and been like, oh, we're not getting married. Those fears are there that what if she doesn't show up tomorrow? It's a trip down memory lane looking at these pictures. Ah, she's so pretty. Gypsy hasn't called yet the night before our wedding. I know that people are trying to get her to not marry me. So I won't feel secure until she says, I do. I love Gypsy more than life itself. She's my everything. And here's our Christmas set. Those are my favorite. There's my girl.
An offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
Hey, baby. Damn, I was wondering when I was going to hear from you.
Well, I don't. Honestly, I'm really busy.
Are you feeling good about the wedding?
I feel good. I feel excited. I've been making preparations, getting everything ready, so I don't really wake up every in the morning.
Oh, well, baby, it's your wedding. It's your wedding day. I think you could run through the hall screaming if you wanted to. I still can't believe we're getting married in less than 24 hours.
I know. I'm excited for tomorrow.
Me too, baby. All right, well, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, baby. Feels so much better after she called me. I was worried there for a minute. I know everything's still good. I'm the luckiest man in the world. Really am.
I'm trying to get my tie perfect.
All right. I have butterflies. I have nerves. I don't know what to expect.
I want to double check everything. Here is the marriage license.
Being engaged was great, but now it's time to be married.
It's the morning of my wedding, and I am very, very, very nervous because I don't know what to expect. I just like wearing a dress, but given the circumstances, I feel as pretty and beautiful as I can be right now. And I'm ready to see Ryan.
I never thought this day would come. If I'm crazy enough to write Gypsy Rose Blanchard a letter, I'm crazy enough to be marrying her today. And I'm so excited for our future.
My darling love, today I stand before you, taking in every detail of all that you are. Your smile, your eyes, the way you look at me.
Gypsy Rose, when you walked into the visiting room the first time, I realized at that moment I was meeting the love of my life.
The man I came to call my best friend, I now call husband. With all that life has to offer us, I vow to be yours. I love you with all of my heart and soul, your wife, Gypsy Rose Anderson.
I am married. This guy, right here. It's awesome. When I first laid eyes on Gypsy, I was like, she showed up. It's a relief, like finally. Yeah, I can breathe now. I can breathe. I am giddy because I married somebody so amazing as her. So many people chase Gypsy and want to be with Gypsy still. And I'm honored that she chose me. Hey, baby. So what'd you think of this morning?
The whole morning I was kind of like nerves, and then as soon as I said I do, the nerves went away.
Well, when you said I do, I was like, thank God. I knew you would, but like, still, it's still a big moment, you know? I'm so happy we got married.
Me too.
Ryan and I's relationship has not been a bucket of roses and sunshine. But if I can handle the stress and the trauma and everything that my mother put me through growing up and in my adulthood, going through prison, I feel like marriage is something that I can tackle on.
After we got married, everything was great. and I felt really good about it. Then 2-3 months later, reality started to set in a little bit more.
We had that honeymoon phase for about 2 months, and then a situation arose where we had an argument over somebody from her past. It wasn't Ken. But an ex contacted her out of the blue when I didn't like the fact that she was talking to him again. She labeled me as controlling, like her mom.
I called Christy and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to be married right now. And that's when she gave me the advice to get an annulment. In October, Ryan and I had a disagreement about an ex-boyfriend of mine. And his voice got raised a decibel too loud, and I fell apart.
During that fight, she said, you know, I consider us separated. And I was like, well, we're not. We're married. And she's like, no, we're separated right now. And I was like, if that's what you want, fine.
It's not easy to walk away from a marriage. I gave Gypsy some advice, the best that I could.
For like 2 weeks, I didn't wear my wedding ring. And I said some really, really mean things to him that I don't feel our relationship is gonna work out. Like, I don't feel like he's enough for me.
I went to see her. If she really wanted to get an annulment, I had to hear it straight from the horse's mouth while she's just sitting in front of me. I didn't know what would happen. I really didn't.
He told me that he loved me. He asked me if I was in love with him. And I said yes, I really am. But I just, when it comes to him, it's like I don't know how to be healthy for him. And I said, I need help. I need therapy. And I think that you do too. So he got a therapist, and he has gotten me a therapist. And that has been the last argument that we have had.
This is southwestern Louisiana. I am a teacher at a school here in town. People are really friendly down here. I think Gypsy will be well received. It's a big town, but it's got that small town feel to it. Everybody knows everybody, really. That could be a good and a bad thing. During that fight in October, somebody released an email that was picked up by a tabloid, and it wasn't true at all. And it said, like, it's over, they're getting annulled.
During the fight, I emailed a few of my friends talking about potentially getting an enrollment, and someone shared that email.
Ryan was freaking out. He was freaking out. I said, I warned you.
As far as the fame, I don't know what to expect. This is new to me, but at the same time, I knew who I was marrying. Today is special because me and Gypsy got married 6 months ago exactly today. All right, anniversary breakfast, top notch. She's calling me right now.
Good morning.
Good morning, baby. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
No, you got that morning voice going on this morning, don't you?
Yeah, I just woke up.
Yeah, that's very early, baby. Although I do love it when you call me in the morning. It's awful, like, having a wife that you can't touch on a daily. The reality is, me and Gypsy are in limbo. We are waiting to start our life. But if I'm betting on our relationship, I'm betting on success. I'm betting on kids, the full nine.
The kind of mother that I envision myself being is absolutely different from my own mother. I feel like I know everything not to do.
I think Gypsy would make a great mother because she's so sweet and caring. I'm nervous, but I'm excited for the future.
Whether it's Ryan or myself and Christy, she's got people there that's gonna help her. I think she's gonna do spectacular.
She's grown. She's gonna live and learn. There will be bumps in the road, but that's what she has family for.
I feel like the Gypsy Blanchard that entered this institution was a people pleaser. It's releasing a woman that has been through a great deal in her life, but has overcome a lot. I want to live a simple life that everybody else takes for granted. Just doing the simple things like driving a car, having dinner with friends. I want a job. I want to look in that mirror and see everything that my mother said that I wouldn't be. I don't expect it to be easy. But I think that's part of the fun, too. And I'm just ready. I'm ready to take it on.